Hello student, myself Vinod Panara and today we discuss some topic of chapter pump of BME subject, that is basic mechanical engineering. So in this lecture we have to start with double acting reciprocating pump. In last lecture we already studied single acting reciprocating pump and what is function of air vessel. Now we discuss double acting reciprocating pump. In this pump, there are two suction pipe and two delivery pipe. And piston, cylinder, connecting rod, piston rod, crank, 0, 90, 180, 270, that is position of rotation of crank. And SA and SB, that is suction valve, two suction valve. And DA and DB, that is discharge valve, two discharge valve. So in this pump there is two suction pipe, two suction valve, two delivery pipe, two delivery valve. In this pump also one cycle completed in two stroke, that is forward stroke and reverse stroke. Now assume that there is a water present at the right side of piston in the cylinder. Now during first stroke, piston move in right side in the cylinder, crank rotate from 0 to 180 degree. Due to movement of piston in the cylinder, there is a pressure difference create at the left side of piston in the cylinder. So SA valve open and water enter into cylinder by suction pipe, and at the same time DB valve open and water which is present at the right side of piston is discharged from DB valve to the particular application. So during forward stroke, SA and DB valve open, water enter and water exit. Now in second stroke, piston move in left side in the cylinder. So water which is present at the left side, which is fill up in the first stroke. So water which is present at the left side in the cylinder is compressed. So DA valve open and water exit from the delivery pipe. At the same time, pressure difference that is produced at the right side of piston. So SB valve open and water enter into cylinder from suction pipe. So in the second stroke, DA valve open and SB valve open. Water discharge, water enter. So in the first stroke, SA and DB. In second stroke, DA and SB. So continuous we get supply of liquid in double acting reciprocating pump. So in forward stroke, crank rotate from 0 to 180 degree and piston move in right side in the cylinder, and the liquid is enter into cylinder from SA valve open. At the same time, the liquid on the right side of piston is compressed and DB valve open and liquid is discharged through this valve. So water enter and discharge. Then in reverse stroke, crank rotate from 180 to 360 degree and piston move in left side in the cylinder. The liquid is enter into cylinder from SB valve, and at the same time liquid on the left side of piston is compressed and DA valve open and liquid is discharged through this valve. So in first stroke, SA and DB valve open. In second stroke, SB and DA valve open. So water continuously enter and continuously discharge in this pump. So this is about double acting reciprocating pump. Now we discuss centrifugal pump. So this is a diagram of centrifugal pump. In this pump, there is a impeller, casing, suction pipe, delivery pipe, foot valve, strainer, impeller blade. So in this diagram, impeller, there is a circular element. So in centrifugal pump, impeller continuously rotate when we start pump. Now, the impeller shaft that is connected with some external device or electric motor, when electric motor start, impeller rotate. Due to rotation of impeller, centrifugal force produced. Due to this centrifugal force, water enter into casing from suction pipe due to centrifugal force. And this incoming water, impeller continuously rotate. So this incoming water that is exit at the particular application from delivery pipe. So due to rotation of impeller, centrifugal force produced, and due to this force, water enter into casing and impeller continuously rotate. So this incoming water is discharged to particular application from delivery pipe. Okay. Now the main part of centrifugal pump are first impeller. It is rotating part of centrifugal pump and it increase kinetic energy of water. Second, casing. It is an airtight passage surrounding the impeller and it convert kinetic energy of liquid discharge at the outlet of impeller into pressure energy before the delivery pipe. So casing convert kinetic energy into pressure energy. It is so designed. Okay. Now third, foot valve. It is a non-return valve and it helps allowing the liquid to enter in the pump in upward direction only. So foot valve force liquid in upward direction only and it is a non-return valve. Okay. Then strainer, it filter the incoming water into suction pipe. So strainer filter dust particles, sediment from incoming water. And next one, suction pipe, which transfer liquid from some to the casing, and delivery pipe, which transfer liquid from casing to a particular application. Now in centrifugal pump, first, that is most important, what do you mean by priming? So before starting of pump, suction pipe, casing and discharge pipe up to discharge valve is filled with water or liquid. This process is called priming. So priming is a process of filling suction pipe, casing and discharge pipe up to discharge valve with water or liquid before starting of pump, and this process is known as priming. Now in centrifugal pump, when impeller rotate, centrifugal force produce and due to this force water enter into impeller and due to rotation of impeller, this incoming water transfer into casing and casing is so designed that it converts kinetic energy of liquid into pressure energy of water, and this water supply to particular application from discharge pipe. So this is about centrifugal pump. Now we discuss comparison between reciprocating and centrifugal pump. So first comparison, in reciprocating pump, it work on principle of positive displacement, and in centrifugal pump it work on principle of rotodynamic. Second comparison, in reciprocating pump, the discharge is fluctuating and pulsating like this. But discharge in centrifugal pump is continuous and smooth. Third comparison, it can produce high head but low discharge. What do you mean by head? In previous lecture, we already discussed different form of energy in pump that is expressed in terms of height. So that is called head. So reciprocating pump, it can produce high head. It means it can discharge water up to high height. Okay, but low discharge. And in centrifugal pump, it can produce low head but high discharge. Then in reciprocating pump, initial and maintenance cost is high, and in centrifugal pump, initial and maintenance cost is less. In reciprocating pump, it run at a low speed, and in centrifugal pump, it run at a high speed. Then in reciprocating pump, efficiency is low and efficiency is high. Then in reciprocating pump, it produces much noise due to reciprocating movement of piston in the cylinder. So there is some friction between piston and cylinder, so noise produced. But in centrifugal pump, smooth operation without noise, because there is no reciprocating parts. So in centrifugal pump, smooth operation without noise. So in this lecture, we discuss three topics. First, double acting reciprocating pump. Then second, centrifugal pump, impeller, casing. And third, comparison between reciprocating and centrifugal pump. So thank you for today's lecture.